No cup of coffee. What will today be like? Come in, cool off, relax. 4 o'clock shadow.
Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is it the gentlemen wish? What would they have? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet? Has to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others. As for me, give me liberty or give me death.
Hello and welcome to the 4 o'clock shadow. I don't know why Shadowhawk says it's Texas Tuesday. It's Monday, isn't it? It's Monday. Monday. Thanks for Gary coming on tomorrow, which was Sunday, and Josh Howard on Saturday. Had a great interview weekend. And as the message said, he'll be a few minutes late. I did send the link to Texas Tuesday, or Texas, whatever he wants to be called, Texas Houston, Texas, whatever. Carrie in the house. We've got Shadowhawk coming in. Hello, Shadowhawk. We got Omer Glitch in the house. How's it going?
Hello, Rick.
Yeah, it's Monday. Nobody likes
Oh,
to
it
hear
is
that.
Monday. Why was I thinking it's Tuesday? Man, I'm lost, dude. My
It's the
brain,
weekend. We did a couple great interviews and finished
brain
a
is
great
baked.
week on the show. You're thoroughly baked. Okay. Yeah, it'd be, it's kind of overcast here. I'm supposed to clock in at 7:10 and go to 12 and a half, 12:30 past midnight.
Oh,
After
okay.
midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. It's been a fairly busy day for me. I don't know. Late last night I got all the way up to volume 2 of the 12th season of Gunsmoke, and I'd be smoking them, man, just binge watching. Before you know it, I'll be on the final season. Who knows? Check my mail. No,
Terry.
no comic books for Rex. All I got was an, Optimum. Uh, change your service and get Disney Plus, which I wouldn't have. Hulu, bundled, basic for 6 months. Yeah, it's a trap. But now I did get a couple free coupons for free car washes, so I'll take them up on that. They got a very spiffy new thing that's been there for maybe about a year. I don't know. So maybe they think to get new people in,
Yeah, I suppose.
send out some coupons.
Just
So I
opening
can,
one of them ones where you got to have like a subscription now. They started opening these ones now where you have to buy like a monthly pass or whatever.
oh
Instead of
yeah,
you can
I've actually done that a
have it.
couple of years ago for like a month, you know,
Yeah.
and then I let it drop, you know.
Well, we
But
used to
with
have a
that,
bunch of little do-it-yourself car wash places around here. And
Mhm.
now the nearest one is like a mile and a half away from me. All the rest of them have converted into that club bullshit. They put in, new
Yeah.
things.
Now
And,
some of them make it optional too, both ways, but they do stress that because they want you to
yeah,
sign on for a month or
yeah.
six.
Well, and then you pay more if you're not a club member or whatever. So
Oh, of course, little
so I'm
make
I'm
sure you
fine
drink.
just going to the machine, punching in $2 in quarters, and washing it my damn self. Yeah,
I mean, there's no. I'm fine with the dust. I'm even worse than you, Shadowhawk. I'm fine with the rainwater. You know,
right there
Mom's
you
like,
go.
well, you need to take pride in your truck, and it's like I do, but I'm not wastefully spending money that I could, on that,
Yeah,
on getting a quick, oh, it looks so clean. Yeah, those chemicals are eating my paint away and making it a dull finish. You know, occasionally, if I had to go through the mud or something, but I don't. So it's like, a little pollen doesn't hurt me. Little dust doesn't hurt me. And it rains. It's been quite rainy season, so it's been fairly looking crazy. If I had so basically you both are talking about manga. Crazy cases.
huh?
No. No,
Okay.
we're not, but I know very little about manga. About the only manga I have
Is
is
that
maybe
Crazy Cat? And do you notice they've been shortening up everybody's names in the chat room?
no.
Yeah, YouTube has like cut everybody's names in half, like unless
Well, yours is
like
still
mine where you
Shadowhawk
got
Talk.
well, yeah, but if you just got like a one word thing like Crazy Cat and some of the other folks I've been seeing it the last couple
Oh,
days, they shorten your screen name down to like 5 or 6 characters.
yeah. You want us
I
to
guess
talk
you
about
can.
Manga Crazy Cat? You know, when I think of Crazy Cat's name, I think of like Ignat Mouse that always threw the brick at Crazy Cat,
Hmm.
spelled with a K, KK. Uh, and I loved Ignat the Mouse and stuff. And that was one of the cartoons that when I got a, you know, Crazy Cat and Ignat the Mouse on VHS, I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh wow, I remember this in black and white. Because when I saw it as a little kid, we had a black and white TV.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then once I got it on VHS, all these garish colors, like fluorescent pink and stuff. I'm like, wow. You know, I don't remember it like this. I remember it
Yeah. Blow
like
your
it was
mind when you're a little kid.
newspaper,
Eh?
you know. Yeah. Jonas in the house. We got Eric and Boyd in the house.
Hail,
Hello.
Eric. Hail,
Hello.
Jonas. Good to see you, boys.
Rexaroni, no one's tree today. uh Yeah, so I did do a little bit of artwork, another head sketch of Zeitgeist. I did get that done. Oh, there's that one
Oh, it's
cocking his
cool.
head at you, you know.
Yeah.
And
You got
uh
that questioning look.
I went to get a few provisions, some soft foods for Abby because she broke her tooth, you know, and I
All
stepped
right.
on it in the carpet, showed it yesterday. If you didn't get to see it yesterday, it's in the other room,
Yeah,
but
you're lucky you didn't get the. If that thing would have went in your foot, you probably would have got infected.
yeah. Yeah, well, my ankle was already, you know, my foot is better. I don't know what my inner ankle on my right, you know, pedal foot for the truck
Mm-hmm.
was red and stiff and sore, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. While I was at the store, I don't always check out the toy aisle, but I found a Jack Skellington to send to Fanta with
Oh,
her
cool.
stuff. So she'll love this. Jack Skellington. She
Speaking
loves
of
anything
Fanta,
Jack Skellington.
has anyone had an update on Fanta lately? How is she? What's going on? Anybody?
You know, last I heard she was at home and could see, you know, light and darkness, but that's the only update I've gotten, you know, that she's
Yeah, I haven't
at
heard
home and
anything.
and then
It's been
probably
about a
going
week
back
and a
again.
half, I think, since I've heard anything. So I just worry about Fanta.
So I had an opportunity to go in and work today, or I
Yeah, and
figured
you
they
were
could probably
saying
use the help. Totally blew that off. Why? Because my ankle was doing better enough to work, you know. It is a lot better. I don't know why it got stiff. I don't know why I just woke up that way, and immediately
yeah,
I
probably just
I
getting
couldn't
used to all the driving again, right? Because it's
no,
been
no, 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 no. It's not
well,
that, bro. I mean, believe me.
whatever. Of course not. I could never be right.
Well, I mean, I don't, you know, usually at the beginning of a season, it's like that. But, you know, I began the season with Atlanta this year, and that put me
Yeah,
through my
but you were
paces.
doing you were doing a lot of in and out there too, right?
Yeah. And I've really not had that, you know, feeling in my legs or my foot that I usually have the first couple of weeks doing the job because I did that Atlanta job, and that really put
No,
me through my paces. So I've
all
not
right.
experienced that this year.
Yeah, maybe
And
you just stepped wrong or something and didn't realize it, and just kind of.
maybe. I mean,
It's
you know,
easy enough to do.
yeah. Well, it just got really stiff, and I was trying to work it there while I'm in the recliner and stuff a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, but it was tight. It was stiff. It did get red around the ankle area, so I don't know.
Hmm.
Spider bite
Could be, or maybe you
could
whacked
be.
it
I
on
don't
something
think
and didn't
so.
even realize it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like it, you could say they all catch all. You know, you're just getting old, but I don't like to say that. See, so because I, you know, don't want to become old. You know, so I know it'll probably get here, but you know, I'm going to put it off. I'm not going to speak it into existence. I'm young, vibrant, and I'll die at 13. You know,
Okay.
I probably act that way anyway. Some days, just some days.
Yeah,
So I did go to the vet. My main concern was about her.
right.
I don't want
So
her cavity or whatever to get infected or whatever at the root.
Yeah,
Elsie's
you
like
know,
telling
getting
me, well, if the root
infected
came out,
and
it'd probably be okay. And I'm like, I don't, okay. I get real touchy, and I got real touchy with him over the phone about it again. I'm like, look, you heard me when I was in Jackson. She said, well, it might cost about $350 to check her organs. And I said, do it. That's why I went to Atlanta, was to pay vet bills, if I had to. Do I like
mm-hmm.
giving up that money so easily? Easy come, easy go, and I had to work my ass off for it? No. But, and while it was all over, I think we paid $310, which saved us a
Okay.
lot. She gave us, samples and other stuff, and
Right.
she got checked out just fine, so now I know. Now the lump still needs to get looked at, the tooth, of course, and she needs to have her teeth cleaned. The tooth probably had a cavity, and I have been giving her a lot of the nubbies, which are a little harder, I guess, with a little bit more abrasive because they're from Arm and Hammer, and but she likes them. She likes them a lot. But that's been about the only treats I've had. Meals, I've had a bunch of. In fact, I scored a bunch of meals, about $40 worth of meals, because I bought them out. Because see, I'm saving now 20 cents per meal if I buy them through Dollar Tree, which is kind of the old meals that they have. What they have at Aldi now, at least my Aldi, is more like a pate. It's like a potted meat
Mm-hmm.
consistency, which is a lot
Yeah, yeah.
softer. And I did pick her up a couple of those today. And I've been wrapping her daily medicine in cheese, a little bit of cheese, and giving her a little bit of cheese with her. And she doesn't even know the peel's there.
Yeah, and
Hey,
cheese ain't gonna
Marcus.
hurt her. A little bit, it's not gonna
Yeah.
hurt her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let her, eat a whole half a pound steak or something, but
No,
hell,
no,
Marcus.
no. A couple slices a day, if she gets even that much, is all right, uh, for her. Yeah, I mean, cheese can cause constipation, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you eat
they
too
have too
much of
much.
it. Yeah. And I could tell something was wrong because she was a little moping around, and she goes over there, she has a bug biting her or something. She'll rake, like she's outside, she'll rake the carpet, and sometimes she gets snagged, her claws up in there, and
Uh-huh.
she'll strain at it, probably try to get loose. And so she's kind of been like tentatively, oh, my leg is hurt a little bit, or a little gingerly. And I'm like, I know what it is, because she did that once before.
Right,
So she's been doing that too. She's ambling, but
right.
she's like, tail wagging. Elsie said she'll do that till the day she dies. Yeah, she's
Yeah, I mean, she's
for
a
her
digger
age,
dog.
I'm helping her up in the truck now. She needs help in the truck, at least right now, since she's kind of hurt her leg a little bit, strained it. And then she's probably not feeling good with that tooth gone. But you couldn't tell it. I mean, I could tell it the day it happened, and then I just thought it was something we brought in on our feet that stuck in the carpet, you know, because I had gotten a little bitty, thing that came off the ash tree out of the carpet earlier that day, but it turned out to be a molar, I guess, a back
Well,
tooth of
yeah,
hers, that came out. And I said, well, honey, no wonder you're feeling bad. It's not like they can tell you, or going, it's right here. So I took her to the vet and couldn't get in today, but I made an 11 o'clock appointment, and I will get to meet and talk to the vet at 11:30 tomorrow. So we'll take her to the vet, and they might want to keep her overnight and do surgery, to remove that lump on her belly. I'll see,
right.
and maybe to get the rest of that tooth out. And I guess they'll clean her teeth, and how much that's going to be, I don't know. I was going to be back Pete Sametti's, and tomorrow is the deadline on Pete Sametti's printing thing, but I don't think I
Oh,
can
shit,
now if I've
man.
got to pay a big vet bill.
Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna miss
We'll
out on
see.
that opportunity too, but oh well. It is
Yeah,
what it is.
it is what it is. Yeah. Uh, Project Orion, uh, J.R. Williams project over on Fund My Comic. R.J. Williams says, I have always had a passion to create stories. Once upon a time, I was a Disney intern and film student. Then things took a turn, and I spent the last 15 years as a firefighter paramedic. Now, I had my deepest experiences in plain sight through stories I think we can all relate to. So
There you
that's
go.
his little spiel. 14 backers, $435. 7%. He's looking to get $6,000, which is pretty hefty goal. Can he do it on his, I guess, first campaign? Well, no, this is third campaign.
Yeah, he said
So,
he's done a couple before. So
yeah, we had him on with the trading card, the kind of cosplayed trading card. This
Mhm.
this campaign does have a Doc Blaylock cover. The B cover there that you see is from Doc
Oh,
Blaylock.
very nice.
And I must admit, I like the first cover better. It's just there's so much more going on there. It looks like galactic warfare. That's pretty badass with the little exoskeleton suits and stuff.
Yeah.
This one's pretty tame compared to it. It looks like a Nephilim squadron cover or something. But they're very nice. Very simple campaign. There's the cosplay. Remember the trading card there?
Yeah.
And early backers will get the pop socket. And there's a look at the pop socket right there on the right with this character. So go check out call sign Orion, if I can get my tongue twister to get untwisted. Uh, go check that out on Indiegogo. Or no. I'm sorry. I just like saying
Fun my comic.
Indiegogo. Fund my
Yeah.
comic. Yeah.
Haley Bits.
I just like saying Indiegogo.
Fund my comic.
We were talking Peter Sametti's Print Your Comic on Newsprint. Here it is, 136 backers, $16,807. 1 day to go. It does end sometime tomorrow, 3 a.m. Wow. So that's going to be
Well, he got his goal, so that's
very early.
3
So really, this is the last day up to 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. tonight, basically.
Yeah. No trailer with this one, but with some print runs there you can see. So this is basically to reimburse him. There is comics are better on newsprint. T-shirt and keep your distance. I like to sniff old comics bumper sticker, which is awesome. You can get sketch card commissions on this done by Pete Sametti, and the different vouchers that'll be sent out. And I believe August he'll start printing your books. He'll probably get all the Alterna titles out for that month first, if he hasn't already. And all the information's on the channel. And Elsie kind of looked at it. Elsie may back it, and
Cool.
do something with it. I don't know. He's got that children's comic that the kids put together that he would like to, show off a little bit.
Fembat, only on Fund My Comic.
And Fembat is over there as well. Yes, indeed. And Devil Flyer for that much. Armor
Apex has
Glitches.
almost hit that $2,200 goal where everybody will get the Dan Lawless trading card. I think he's only like $300-400 away. So.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look at that here in a second. At first, I want to show you just the highlights, Homer put some highlights on the nose and the little balls, the little poofy balls on his costume. And
that makes them pop and separate a little nicer. Yeah,
it does.
Like
it does. Yeah. That was good suggestion by Doc Blaylock, I think. And Homer pulled it off, even put some highlights there on his lips. If you
see. Somebody else happened to mention that same thing that day? Maybe before Doc?
Okay, maybe you. Okay. All right. Well, look at the lips. The lips look excellent. They look wet
Yeah,
and
no,
moist. You know,
it's much. Yeah, it's got a much nicer pop to it now. I like it.
it does. It does. And thank you, Omer, for that.
And we
Looking,
appreciate your
looking good.
ability to take constructive criticism, Omer, and put it to good use. Unlike some
Absolutely.
people.
You know, some artists you could tell that and they would mess it up. They might attempt it because highlights aren't
Mm. Well, other guys would get mad
necessarily.
at you too. You know, and they'd be like, "No, that's how I did it. And I'm not going to change it." Well, okay, whatever. I
Omer's
mean,
Lady of the
I'm just
Night.
not. Yeah, looking good.
Yeah, black and white and gray. I guess I don't know. It's
I'm still
not
trying
really
to figure out
portrayed yet.
exactly what kind of costume he's got her in right there, but I like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Slinky throw. It looks like one of Wasp. Remember, Wasp was like a in the Avengers. She
Oh,
was
you know
like
what?
a.
I think okay. Once he puts some color on it, it'll probably stand out easier. But I
Oh
see what
yeah,
he's going for there now.
I think he's going to do it in red. I think that's what he said. I'm not sure,
Like I
but
said, my brain has been baked in the sun for the last week and a half, so it's not quite as quick as usual.
Nick Garber that we had on said thanks for having me on the show, uh, as
Yeah,
well as Scott.
Gable's a good guy, man, and got it. He's got his act together, I believe. I'm
Now,
gonna
our
have
friend
him
Anna
use
that
Gable as
plays guitar, right? And she went to Japan.
oh, K-pop. Yeah, no, it's not K-pop. That's Anna.
Anna, Anna, yeah.
Hmm. Is she still in
She
Japan, or did she come back? All right.
no, she says I'm sorry. You know, I was like telling her, you know, maybe you could call us like last year. She said, I'm so sorry I was unable to video call you this time. So many things happened, but I want to give you exclusive information. Next song, not announced yet, will release this week or next week in a few days. It's probably out now because this was a few days ago when she said this. In
All
fact,
right.
this was back in May. Uh, I just never have read this. The song is called, and I'm not even going to try and it was made in a city called, and I'm not going to try and say that in Japan. I have only information for you, but I have to wait a little bit more. Have a nice day. And yeah, I have a video of that. We could probably play that, the official music video.
Oh
So
wow.
let me bring it
Well,
up
did
here.
she say it was? Did she say it was okay for you to play it? I mean,
Well, I mean, she sent it to me,
she,
yeah, and I mean, it's exposure for her, so I don't think
well,
she'll
I know, but
mind
she was
us.
saying there was some stuff she couldn't say yet. I didn't hear anything
Yeah,
about
but that
you
was
have
back
to.
in May before she had the
Oh, okay.
video made. Now it's up on YouTube, so
I
I
got you.
think we can share it now. A little bit of their
Yeah,
music
sure.
that they did over in Japan.
I just wanted to
How
make
about
sure we
that?
weren't spoiling nothing for her.
Right, exactly. Always the thoughtful shadow. Yes. This is what's on Copy Ass Theater.
Prepare to have your song chopped to pieces, Anna.
Absolutely. I like that guitar.
Ooh, the Mama Hug like it too. That's pretty guitar.
Cool in that song.
This is her friend Anna, and is it her brother or just her friend that she plays
Oh,
with?
that's
I thought
good.
it was
No, it's not her brother. It's
oh,
oh,
I thought she said it was her brother or something the first time we talked to her.
so they shot the video over in Japan. This is over in
Yeah,
Japan.
Ooh,
They go once a
pretty.
year.
yeah, she goes over.
Oh,
once a
she
year.
switched guitars. Or no, okay. I thought that's his guitar.
Well, it's called Dynamic Doll. I think it's the name of the band. This is Anna. She's a French girl. You know, she lives in France, but she also goes to Japan every year. And there's a recording partner. She lives in Japan. They get together and they do tours and videos.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty neat.
Shit like that.
Yeah. She's playing that wild. What is that? I mean, it's not an Explorer. It's kind of a modified B.
Yeah.
It's cool looking though.
Yeah, arched a little bit.
It's got like almost a shark fin.
Yeah.
Sharper. Oh, and the bottom one's a little shorter too. So. I like that green one though. That's a pretty guitar.
I do too. I like that finish on that green one.
I'd like to get a bass like that. That's pretty. That's pretty rocking. It's good to see metal still live. Yeah, sounds like you cleaned up on that one, Mark. Nice. Oh, that thing. I've seen a few good. Mostly, I see a lot of Derek playing bass.
Oh, I like that part. That's cool. I like that. Took it next level.
Oh, cool. That was in. Nice.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I like
You're
it.
the guitar expert. Sound expert.
Hell, Mama even liked it. She's a guitar expert. I'm just all around music.
I'm just a grifter. I'm a sidekick.
I mainly play bass. I play a little guitar, some keyboards.
Okay.
You know, I play mandolin, stuff like that. But
So
I don't really play guitar.
Well, Ink Spots plays mandolin, I believe. You know,
oh, yeah?
or no,
Sweet.
Or maybe it's ukulele. Of course, he
Could
makes up some very, questionable songs. It's
I only learned it to or got one so that I could learn Battle of Evermore from Led Zeppelin. It's the only mandolin song I ever really heard that just blew me away. And then now I got a mandolin, I got to learn more songs. But Battle of Evermore is not easy.
Well, now you like the Charge of the Light Brigade too. I know that's a pretty awesome song.
Well, there's the Trooper is based on the Charge of the Light Brigade from Iron Maiden. But yeah, that's
Elliot Rodriguez, Ominous, Avenging Death, breaking 2,000, 63 backers, 134%, over his go there on Fund My Comic.
I saw, I think it was right before I went to bed last night, I saw he had an update that he had hit his goal. And then he was on with Katie did on her show today for a while. I was listening at work. And I didn't know he's like one of Pete's first customers that lined up, dude. He's offering a newsprint edition of the Ominous book.
Wow. Okay.
And but it's like very limited. I think he only sold like 50 or less, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, for limited runs, that's really, good way to go. And fulfilling.
Yeah, and it's like half the price of the regular issue, and a lot of people like newsprint. I mean, I know I do. I love the way the colors pop on newsprint.
Oh, absolutely. If you take care of that comic, 40 years from now, it'll still look brand new if you take care of it.
Yeah, you bag it and board it, and the archival quality board and a good bag, and
absolutely.
Don't put your filthy acidy fingers all over it.
Well, now he didn't. Let's see. That's raised in 4 days. So yeah, he not only hit his 1,500, but he's over 2,000 now. So he's been trucking along at a pretty good clip in 4 days. Now, It took
Yeah,
me
he
like
did
2
pretty well
days.
on his launch, dude. He got like a pretty good chunk of his goal at the launch.
Now, where did he launch from? Was it on Bancrofts or?
No, he actually launched it on his own channel. He took a chance and launched his own, and actually did really well. You know,
Okay.
he's been getting some play from EBS and those guys and stuff, though. You know, like
Yeah.
EBS
Okay.
is taking notice of Elliott, so
Well,
it's
I like to
always
see
going to be good for your numbers.
those first day numbers, first couple of days. Those are kind of crucial. And when we reached. I'm trying to think back a year and a half ago, nearly a year and a half ago. Um, I think we reached 2000. I think it might have took us like 4 days to do that. It might have been just a couple of days. No, I think it took us 4 days to hit 2000. Kind of like
Yeah,
this
something
campaign.
like that.
It took like something like that. We had a great launch. I mean, we had over $800 on the launch, so you can't
Yeah,
and
you got a
more.
great initial, jump out of the gate,
Mhm.
and kind of had a slow climb to the finish, But that's all good. We made the goals.
Yeah, I bought a couple of those, like you did, the 300 series Bristol, at Michael's. I don't know how long they'd been there, but I thought it was a pretty good price. It was comparable, I guess, to Hobby Lobby, but they don't even carry that anymore, or exactly like that. Whatever. I mean, I paid like 17. So that's a killer deal. I mean, even a decade ago, I probably wasn't getting it at that price. And I have some
Well,
old pads. One of them is here now. It's not as large as we're talking about there, but this you couldn't even get this for $5.87. I'm sure at stores now. You know, it's going to be much higher. And this is smooth surface 9x12, 100-pound with 20 sheets in it. So. Uh, Yeah, I've been saving Bristol pads for a while. That's a great deal with that coupon and everything. Why did Rex flip the bird?
yeah.
No, I just kind of went like that because he went when he came on. He burped, and I just was like doing the, you know, wipe it out of your eye type
Who?
thing. You
Burp.
okay?
You're hearing things, right?
I'm hearing. Yes, we don't want to draw. Yeah, blame
No,
blame
I
Eric.
may have it now realized. I'm sorry.
Right, but yeah, that's why I did that.
It could have been me.
It could have
I
been.
can
It,
always
it could have just
can al-
been my headset. Who
can
knows?
always blame it on the dog.
Nick Garber over there that we had on yesterday. Good interview. I mean, how many people have you met that have been dead for 2 minutes and came back to life? Right. You want to know more? Check out yesterday's stream. 13 backers, $745. He's 30% there, asking for 2,500.
Nice.
Um,
So he's getting a little momentum going.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Yeah. By the way, Mister, thanks for not letting me get words squeezed in edgewise yesterday. I mean, I only invited the
well,
guy on and everything.
yeah, well,
I'm just fucking with you. No, you were in the right
so,
forum, dude. You were going. I wasn't gonna get in the middle of it.
well, I, with him and Josh, I rested all day. One thing for my ankle, but I mean, I rested all day and was
Well, you know
fresh.
what?
And when
Nick
I'm
kept
fresh,
right up with you the whole time, bro. I was
oh yeah,
impressed.
oh, and I think Josh did too on his interview.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was
Josh
very
did as
sharp.
well.
Mm-hmm. 7
I
a.m.
like that
men's
one.
before sundown. Tom Tuttles. I'll have to ask him, to come on. I have interviewed him a couple times on Apexes and Hexes,
I've been
but
meaning to back that one. I gotta check and see if I did or not.
he
It's not
cracked
closed yet.
8,000. Good for him. He cracked 8,000,
Wow, excellent.
193. He's pretty, almost up to 200 backers.
Yeah, I think I might have backed this one already.
Yeah, vampires and well, I know you said something about it. I just don't know. You'll have to check your.
Mm-hmm.
It's I did I
Is
you know I
this Fund My Comic or Indiegogo's Fund My
that's
Comic,
Fund My
right?
Comic, Fund My
Okay.
Comic. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and
I'll
it
go check
is
them out
easy to
now.
check on there. At least for me, because I just like click on on Abby's picture on my campaign, and it'll show how many I backed and what I backed. Nephilim
Yeah, I
Squadron
do the same thing.
and
I just had to go through and click on
mhm.
like it'll say your contributions, your campaigns, blah blah blah. I just click on my own profile or whatever, and then
Mhm.
it'll
Log in. Yeah.
tell me all that stuff.
Richard Embry's Devil from Talon Flats, which is like I don't know how you describe it. It's a western, um, which I'm always impressed.
Who?
Death is his whole description. Richard Embry. Um, he's done
Oh,
$16,075. He's 56% there, reaching for $3,000. Man, I don't think some of these are actually going to fund Shadow. 6,000 or even 3,000 is quite heady, to achieve.
bro, at this point, with what happened with Embry lately, dude, I don't know if he's planning on even fulfilling. Uh,
Yeah,
Again, you
I
didn't
mean, I
watch
don't
my
know.
Saturday show, did you? Um, Whatever.
Uh,
I don't. I
yeah.
don't want to
Well,
discuss
I
all
got
that.
it. I got it. Uh, hey, Elsie.
What's happening,
Bro,
Nels?
what up, Shadow?
How you
Just
doing, bro?
chilling, man. Having a good day. Pretty good
Cool,
day
cool.
so far. Got to see one of my granddaughters today. That
Oh,
was
that's
always
nice.
fun. Jamie brought her by. I was just doing a little drawing, looking over stuff, just having,
Hmm.
yeah,
Cool.
I
pleasant
took
day.
Abby to the vet and got her an appointment for tomorrow. So that's about all I could do, and
Yeah.
filled in because they were
Well, you did
shorthanded
right.
and
That's good because, they would have took her if it had been life or death, maybe, but,
yeah.
well, that's good. She'll be seen tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll get to see and talk to the vet. She had an
Right,
earlier appointment where I wouldn't get to talk to him, and it's like, no, I want to talk to him.
right. Yeah,
So I took a
Right.
little later appointment because I got
Yeah. Okay.
I heard that, baby.
Cecil Jones. Cecil's cash grab two over there is $84,622.25. Uh,
Man, it'd be nice to
Yeah,
see him break that
you
$100,000
you
mark.
just never know. I mean, look at Dan Fraga. He was stuck at like what 53 or something. It didn't even look like he was going to do 100,000, and he was like pushing it, and got
Yeah,
it
and I
up
wish
to
he would have.
100,000 finally. And by the time it was ended, he got 200,000, which that was like amazing that he
250
could do
some
that.
odd thousand, right? It was
quarter million.
250
Yeah,
something.
well, yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's
That's a quarter of a
amazing what he
million
did on the
dollars.
campaign at the end, and it was a long campaign.
Yeah. And
Welcome to the
5 years
show,
later, nobody's
Tech.
even gotten a t-shirt.
What's up?
Sorry, Dave. I was
Is
living
Technical
in
it
the
guy.
future. It's only Monday.
is it Tuesday?
What day is it?
Well,
That's my fault,
maybe in
Dave. I thought
Australia.
today was Tuesday.
It's all right. I'm just as well. I'm here today because I've got a busy day tomorrow.
Oh, well, there you go.
Do
Hail,
you?
good to see you.
So you're
Hmm.
bailing
You're
on
having your
tomorrow, is
kid.
what you're saying.
Sorry, what's that? But
I was
You're
saying you're
you're
going to
bailing
bail
on tomorrow
tomorrow.
and won't be here more than likely. Yeah.
more than
Uh,
likely.
More
yeah.
than likely.
You're working. You're having your kitchen remodeled. How's it coming?
Oh, don't ask about that.
No, not going well. Damn.
Not too well. there's been a bit of a problem with the wall units.
Oh no.
They don't fit.
Marcus, I think Dan Fraga will fulfill, but that's just my opinion. You know. No, I'm not mad at Shadow. Hell. You're right.
Man,
Hobby
I'm
Lobby
man,
no longer carries the
Hey
Strathmore
man,
or
if brothers can't
papers,
argue,
yeah.
then we're not brothers. You know what I'm saying?
There you
I
go.
know exactly.
Get
I know
outta
what you mean.
Being towards each other. You know, I'm not wanting to. I'm
And
not
I'm
gonna
gonna have
cuss
to
you out or
disagree with
nothing.
you on the Fraga situation, right? Because I've seen this fucking happen before. And he's gone. He don't have no intention of fucking fulfilling that shit.
Wow. Well, I might burn a few things myself, you know, if he doesn't fulfill that, because I backed that quite heavily, like 4 times, and
Bro,
should
I'm like
have like T-shirt,
$600
shot
deep on that
glasses.
campaign. I backed him a
Yeah,
couple of times on the full box and shit.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that
He
was like
better come through with
250 a
it.
pop
That's
right
all I
there,
got
and
to
then I
say.
backed him a couple more times after that to, you know, get him over stretch goals and shit. And
Yeah, they
you
used to
know,
have animation paper over there at Hobby Lobby, but no longer. I mean, they're very limited on what they have as far as paper pads, you know.
yeah, they cut way
Uh,
back when they went to all like in stock. They got their own brand now and stuff. They
mhm.
stopped carrying like Strathmore. They stopped carrying Bristol. Um, I forget what the other one was, but yeah, it's all in-house
But I can
brands.
tell you one thing though, as an artist, the quality of what they have is just as good. Now, if it's from
Oh
China,
yeah,
I would rather support American business if I knew where one was. You know,
Right?
just me, You know,
well, now I think
I'll stay
Exactly.
away from
Strathmore comes out
Cincinnati.
of the United States. You know, I think it's in Maine
Yeah, I
or
thought
something. I
Strathmore
looked
was
on.
the United States. And I thought Bristol.
But you
I
know,
thought
do they
was
source
that
out?
was an
Do
old
they do
English
this?
company,
You
wasn't it?
know,
Bristol or no?
Right, you don't know if what they source or stuff. Yeah, it's,
Right. Well, I don't know, Elsie. If you bought the new stuff, where does it say it's made? Does it say made in China? Or?
well, the canvases I hadn't really. I'd have to go find one that hadn't been unwrapped, but it might. And if it does, like I said, I would rather support an American company and pay, even if I paid a little more. That's
Right.
personally me because I can say, well, I can afford a little more. It's not like I got money to burn, but I
But it's
support
also got to be
America. I
convenient
support
for him to
this
find,
country. I don't,
right? It's got to
and
be convenient
Dave,
for you to get them too.
support where you live, brother.
oh,
Right.
both of you are talking at the same time. Elsie, do you not hear him talking?
Sometimes I thought he's talking with me. I didn't know, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's talking with you. You're both talking over each other. So
Okay. Well, I'm
nobody's
sorry.
hearing
Sorry.
I
everything. It's definitely
apologize. I didn't
two
mean to be
conversations going on at once.
No,
abrasive.
it's all good, man. I'm slow today. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and check out, boys. You have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Where's he
Shadow.
going? Where's he going?
Into the chat. I didn't mean to
In the
make nobody mad.
Well, I
I
didn't
hope,
either,
hope
but
you.
you know,
Well, I
it's
hope I didn't
I
say
have to
anything that
call it
would upset him. I mean,
right.
really.
No, it's okay. It's just yeah,
Well,
we'll be all
Shadow's my
right.
friend, man. I don't want to be hurting nobody's friends. I wouldn't want to hurt your feelings, bro. Or to the Dave's. I wouldn't want to do nothing to hurt you guys. I'm,
I know that.
you know,
It's all good. The only
I
reason,
stepped
hey,
on
Slimmin, I hadn't seen you in a
his
while.
toes. I'm sorry.
What page is Frag on? Maybe at the 10-year mark he'll fulfill. Okay, you know, maybe. I think he's a little bit further than you know. I don't know. I'd
Nice
rather
hat,
believe
Dave.
Thanks, LZ.
Welcome.
Elemental Legion. Now this is a new one over there on Fun My Comic from Breediverse Comics.
Okay.
Unleash the Elementals, join the heroes of the Breediverse in their epic battle against darkness. So 59 days to go. Let's see, it launched the 24th. Hasn't got a backer yet, but we'll watch the trailer anyway.
Wow.
Elemental fury, heat the brawl. We just together on endless silent glide. Fight fury.
Hey, what's good, breeders? I am MBG Ghost.
Whoa. This is like retro. That's almost 11-minute long.
That's a
Right.
long trailer.
That's a long trailer. Not even, hey, what's up? And I'm going to talk about this. No, can't do it. Sorry, lost me right there. I ain't got 10 minutes to spare on that shit.
Would you like my latest pack of stamps?
Oh, yeah? You got some.
Mhm.
Now, are you collecting these?
I only collect special ones that I like.
Uh-huh.
So that's the latest set
Royal
I've got.
Observatory.
See, Eric.
Mhm.
And what is this about? What are these about?
It's basically about timepieces and the Royal Observatory at Greenwich, which is
Okay.
in London.
That's cool. That's neat.
And that's the back of them.
They're not cheap, are they, to collect?
No,
like
they're
that?
no, they're about £18 for this set.
Wow. And so it's like timepieces through time. It looks
Yeah.
like early timepieces there. Cool. Yeah, postage just keeps going up and up and up. It's 77 cents for one stamp now.
Well, over here it's about £1.20 for a first class stamp now to send a postcard.
Right.
Wow.
So it's
It ought to be
not-
cheap.
That's work. Yeah,
It ought to be cheap.
That's not cheap here.
No, I said it ought to be.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's not.
it ought to
No,
be.
it's not.
Well,
Yeah,
we should have
it's not.
25-cent gas, but
Well,
you ain't gonna get
I mean, I mean, our petrol over here is about £1.65 a litre or something like that.
A liter?
A litre for 1 litre.
Instead of
Yeah.
a gallon, we get by gallons over here.
You're still in gallons over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're in metric. We use pounds.
Yeah.
It's,
$3.50 a gallon.
But having said that, we used to be gallons over here until they changed it all back in the 70s. So there you go.
Gary.
I'm
Oh,
old enough
okay.
to remember like 25, 35-cent gas, and I was just a young tyke at about 2 years old. But there was a
34
time that
cents a gallon.
Mm.
I could pull in with a $5 bill and fill up and get 3 or 4 packs of cigarettes and still have change.
yeah.
No more.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, tobacco tax. We hadn't talked about that, but I mean, yeah, the people that use tobacco in any form, they're paying a hefty bill when it comes to taxes.
Yeah. I mean, a packet of cigarettes over here is probably about £20 for a pack of 20.
One of these cost you about $5, almost $6.
Mm.
I've seen them here for $8 a pack.
Yeah, depending on where you get them.
Depending on where you get them, yeah.
Well, I've got a few things I can show you today, Rex, from my last visit to a comic mart a few weeks ago, if you want.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, tell us what a comic mart is.
It's
Just
basically like different dealers that turn up at a venue and they've all got their own stuff they're selling, comics, books, magazines.
Okay.
That kind of
So
thing.
maybe some like indie stuff or
Yeah. Sometimes you get some indie stuff, you get some Marvel stuff, DC stuff, things like that.
Okay.
So I picked up a few things. So I got these 2 A4 prints if you want to have a look at them. I think they're comic book size anyway.
How's Maya doing? Oh, that's cool.
She's flaked out in the heat.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little bit more inactive. Is that Ron Lim, the artist?
It is indeed.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, I could tell by his signature the way he signs it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have necessarily looked at this and go, well, that's Ron Lim artwork. But yeah, you see that signature like that, and you kind of know
Mhm.
from a distance if you're
So,
familiar with his signature.
so I got this one for the price of £1.
One £1. Wow,
One
that's
£1.
pound.
and that's a print, right?
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Are you going to frame those and put those up in the house or what?
Yeah, I'm hoping to.
Mhm.
And this is my other one I got.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
really neat. Who was the artist on? Oh, art by Joe Costata. Okay. Reading comics. That's cool. What are you doing, Spotty? Peter Parker? I'm just hanging around. Yeah.
Just hanging
Just
around.
hanging out
Mhm.
reading comics.
Yeah. I just quite
And
like these. You know, they're quite nice together, aren't they?
did you buy
Yeah.
that for £1?
I did. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
£1 each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good little end cap. You know, they're good little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot, I've seen people, Dave, take cool stuff, or if something got bent or anything, and decorate their comic boxes really cool
Yeah.
looking with them. Fix
Yeah.
them up. You could do
Yeah.
anything. Art.
That's it.
Look at that.
Is that a hardback or a
No,
paper?
Looks like it.
it's
I
it's
mean,
a
a graphic
paperback.
novel.
And what's that
Paperback.
reprint? What is that reprinting totally in it?
It's reprinting, obviously, Giant Size X-Men #1.
Uh-huh.
And it's also the, you know,
A
when they
very
redid it.
a very expensive book, by the way.
So they kind of did it like that.
Oh yeah, they may even have
Kind of
more
like
than that. Whoever.
kind of like the holographic one they got. It's similar.
Mm. There you go. So this covers all the behind the scenes stuff. So there's some stuff at the back of it that looks a bit like.
So have they renewed the story, or is it the Dave Cockrum reprint?
It's both. You get the original
Okay.
one. So you hang on a minute. Just go back to the.
And is it just the giant size, or does it have
Yeah,
some
it's
other
just
extra issues?
just the giant size.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the original.
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
But also you get a lot of bits at the back.
Okay.
By various artists there.
Yeah.
I know various artists have done that. Probably Alex Ross and Cassidy, and maybe some of the other artists have.
I got a few extra bits here.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I just picked this up as well. You know, it's just got a variety of all sorts in it.
Looks like they're reproduced a bunch of this from the original artwork.
The
That's very
original
cool.
art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a master edition does.
Wow. Like
That's
that.
nice. Don't know who that is, but that's nice.
That is the Evil Mutants, yeah, and it was drawn by Don Mades and Duffy Vorland or something.
I bet it was probably first published in Foam magazine, Friends of
Yeah,
Art.
it's kind of looking like that to me.
Yeah, just the way they had it colored in the blue and the red.
Yeah, because
That looked
this is another page which I think is also from Foam as well.
Some of those Foam are, climbing up there in price. I've got a
Yeah.
few, not every issue, but some of those issues are getting quite pricey to obtain. That's very nice. Dave Cockrum, probably
Mhm.
early sketch of Storm.
Yeah.
You know, he worked on Legion of Superheroes, so really Legion comes into, X-Men a lot when he's
Yeah.
kind of, there's the foam
Boom.
cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
The turnaround sheets for the characters. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
nice book. Got the beast there in the front without his hair.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, I bet that tells a lot about the history, of
It does.
because that looks like an early Storm. Because well, Nightcrawler was a character he created for the Legion of Superheroes, but they didn't go with
Mhm.
that, so he wound up in the X-Men. He could have been a
Yeah,
DC hero,
that's it.
and
Oh,
maybe
he's
Storm
cool.
there as well. Different iteration of Storm. Man, I'd like to get this book because this has probably got a lot of the
Oh, it's
history of
original.
yeah
Scary.
early concept stuff by Dave Cockrum about how some of the new X-Men
Yeah.
came about and almost
Yeah,
wound up in the Legion of Superheroes.
yeah. It's a nice little book. This you get lots and lots of extra things in it.
And how much did you have to give for this one, Dave?
This was £27. It cost me.
Okay. So, it might cost us about $30, but I'd say this is well worth the investment with all the
Yeah,
behind the scene designs and stuff by Dave Cockrum and the story behind it, hopefully.
yeah. There's a lot of articles and different bits in this one.
Right.
Man, yeah, I need this book in my life because I love X-Men and Legion of Superheroes. And,
Hmm.
I started picking it up when it was John Byrne, and I never got the
Yeah.
Cockrum stuff till he came back to the book after
Oh,
Byrne and Austin were gone. Outsiders. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't immediately pick up X-Men because I just thought they looked so weird, especially Nightcrawler. He looked like a demon type character,
hang on. Is that way around? That's that way around.
I don't know, yeah.
I don't know which way around that's
Looks
meant to
like
be.
he's probably coming straight at you there, and that's
Yeah,
might be doing a flip in the air. Who knows?
might be doing. That's another one for you.
Well,
Wow.
that's nice. Yeah.
Looked like they had fun doing that.
All based on Dave Cockrum's original X-Men stuff, though.
Hmm.
Still looked like that artist had fun.
Yeah.
That's great that they have a mixture of black and white and color artwork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice book. Nice book, boys.
Yeah, that's one I definitely want to pick up. I've got a few of those where they're bursting through the cover and
Yeah.
redo that. Various artists. It's so iconic now,
Yeah. I like
I like how you get the black and white on one side and the colour on the other. That's quite good.
Good.
Mhm.
I like to compare the two.
Yeah. Quite good that.
And I'm sure some of the artists that worked on some of these art pieces aren't even alive now. I mean, Gil Kane certainly isn't.
Mm.
That did the original cover, and Dave Cockrum's not. And I thought I saw where Ringo piece, and he's passed away quite young, as a matter of fact.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a nice burning at the stake cover of Daredevil. That's cool.
Wow.
Like that. It's a little dark on the coloring.
It's a
but
little
man,
dark. Yeah, it is a bit
that
dark. man.
fire looks so realistic, though, doesn't it? Now,
It's a little
It does.
dark in what's happening. I bet it was real dark to him.
burn
That's
the
it.
devil at the stake. Looks like you might have got some of those groceries that were behind you out of the collector's room. And
Yeah, I've managed to move a few things out, but it's still a bit packed in here at the minute.
they got your cabinets up in the kitchen.
No, I'm still waiting. I'm waiting
Not
for him
yet.
to come back.
Well, I hope you get them quicker than that spinner rack.
Well, I hope so as well,
I'd
because
hate-
that's been
I'd
That's
hate for
cool.
your kitchen to be tore up for 8 months.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's starting to bug me now. I just want it all finished,
Uh-huh.
to be honest. But I do like these side by side pictures, you
Yeah,
know, the black
that's
and
really
white and
cool
the
that they
colour.
do it more than once. You know, they're doing it a lot. That's cool.
Mhm. Yeah,
Color can add or it can take away.
sure can. How about that one?
Wow. Not even sure if that's Krakatoa or what character that is. Probably Krakatoa, the living island, which is a
Yeah,
big mute. Wow, though. For Marvel, that's pretty wild. Yeah, there's Krakatoa.
Wow.
Heck
I
yeah.
like
The living
that.
island. That's Dave Cockrum piece there where Wolverine's going up against the alien-like creatures, the hive.
hmm
Almost looks like him strapped down and where they were
Giving
chained
him
him.
his adamantium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's strapped down there to the table. Or under the well, he was actually underwater. Wow. Big difference in seeing black and white and color.
it isn't it?
Yeah, and it looks like, they've reduced down the black and white.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pity they weren't the same size on both sides, to be
Yeah,
fair.
but they want to
Be
get
a
the
trip.
wording in there in the story.
Well, yeah.
But it seems like they're sacrificing some of the black and white pieces for the
hmm
dialogue that
Yeah.
explains what's going on, who did what.
Still nice to see, though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Giant crab. It's almost like, a scene from Mysterious Island by Ray
Mm.
Harryhausen where they battle the giant crab.
Wasn't it his birthday yesterday?
I didn't see that, but today is the 2-year anniversary of me finding out about my sister.
Is it really already?
June 30th is when
Wow.
she had tried to contact me on Facebook like 2 weeks earlier and left me a message, but I never, I didn't check it. I don't check Facebook that,
Mm.
and she tried like second or third time to contact me through Facebook, and I finally saw it and talked to her through Facebook a little bit on June 30th, a
That
couple of years
drawing's
ago.
a lot different.
Yeah. I can't believe it's 2 years ago, Rex.
Yeah, and I've actually got to meet her, and I hope to meet her one more time this year
hmm
if she comes up here, and then maybe after the season's over with, maybe I can go down there and see her.
Mm.
About 4 hours away or so, I believe.
Right.
I can go anywhere with that Garmin now. Find just about any place I need to find in the United States or anywhere.
That's good.
LZ, I
Oh,
found I did one piece early this morning, I guess you'd say.
oh yeah, I saw
Like
that before when I was on YouTube. I
Cool.
just
when you were
stopped to start the show.
lurking,
Yeah.
when you were lurking, yeah. I'm going to get back to doing some small pieces like that.
Yeah. Well, we're in our
And
second. We're having our second heat wave of the month here so far.
Goodness. We're
We
pretty
had
hot
one
yeah, it's
here
about.
too, Dave.
been pretty unseasonal hot this year for sure.
Well, down in London, I think the temperature today was about 34 centigrade. which is unusual for us.
What was it, Celsius?
Oh, you mean Fahrenheit?
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
That's about 84.
About 84, and they call that hot.
They do over here. They do
Yeah.
over here, Rex.
That's just because you're not used to it.
Exactly.
Here, Dave, it'll be 90-something degrees. The humidity will be 100%. You'll feel like you're in the middle of the jungle.
Wow.
Really. You walk out and your glasses fog up.
Yeah.
Really. I'm serious.
I've had my phone do that, Elsie. The phone
Wow.
screen.
And you can just, like, you might as well just try to take a drink out of the air.
All right.
Pretty cool, man. Color did that one, helped that one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Colossus, in Russia with a runaway tractor,
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm saying compared to your black and white there, Dave, look how it changed it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
bam.
Yeah. You can see that.
Well,
'Cause
I
there's
mean,
so
color
much white
definitely.
on there's so much white on that paper,
Hmm.
and then that color gets in there and wham, boy. It's like
It adds
Yeah.
weight and
solid.
volume to it.
It certainly
time.
does. Well, my sister gets married on Friday, Rex.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
cool,
Now, is
bro.
this her first marriage or?
Well, it's her second time.
Okay.
It's her second time, but she's asked me to walk her down the aisle, so I said I would.
Awesome, dude. Cool, man. You tell them from at least from me, congratulations, probably from the whole community, brother.
Yeah,
I know you don't
thanks.
know this person called Elsie, but he says
No.
congratulations from all.
That's fine, Elsie. Thank you.
Well, Dave
Well,
knows
like
what
I
I'm
say,
trying
I've
to
never,
say.
Dave knows
Right.
you. Yes.
I've
I'm
never
saying
walked.
Dave knows.
I was going to say I've never walked anybody down the aisle, so this will be a first for me.
Huh.
Yeah,
Even that one. Look at the change in that one, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you see what a colorist really does, right?
Well,
Mhm.
if the inker, well, if that's all he does, black and white, see, that person could have gone in there with some grays, and then you'd have seen that second panel better. Look at that second panel; it's almost invisible compared
Well,
to
I
that
mean, there was
color
no
one.
need to.
Well, there's no
I
need
mean,
to,
you've
but
got a
still,
colorist
Mm.
anyway. Okay. I mean,
okay,
I
man.
do think that some of the artists are lazy and going, that you're right, LZ. You could go in there with a gray, artistically and whatnot. But now, if it's going to be digitally colored like that, I think some of the artists do
Don't
shortcuts.
care. They
Yeah,
don't
well,
care.
I can't get in their
Well, I
heads. I
mean,
don't know if they care or not. I mean, maybe it's just
okay,
a job to them.
maybe
Maybe
I'm
they're
wrong at my
passionate, like the other
assessment.
page you were saying. Somebody must have had fun with it. Maybe they're passionate about it. I don't know people's motives, but sure, maybe they're just scum buckets and leave it all up to the colorist. I don't know. Now, Wolverine there looks like he's flipping you off almost.
Well, if a person only does one work of art,
See,
okay,
I don't understand this claw. It's not coming, it's coming out below the knuckle. It's not out from like, you know, it's coming out of a different place than like is traditionally done, right? Which is the
Mm.
top of the hand.
Yeah.
So this doesn't really make, I hate that when they change
well,
things
he's
up
got
like
a glove on, doesn't he,
Mm.
Dave? Does
he
he
has
have
a
a
Yeah.
glove
glove
on, and
on?
the
Yeah.
old style glove had little things that indicated where the claws came out on the top of the hand.
Mm.
That's
Right.
coming out below the knuckle, like in between the fingers. That
Yeah,
makes
in
no sense
between
to
the
me
knuckles.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I don't like this upshot of Wolverine. It makes him look fat. Look how fat he is in that middle panel. Does he not look like he's
Yeah.
obese in that shot?
Just a
That's not
little.
very good foreshortening.
Reason
It's
is
not.
that neck
Mm.
is pretty wide. They
Oh,
might
that
add
and
a
his
wide
arm.
neck.
His arm just looked, you're right. Now that's a banger of a page. I like that. I like going on in that.
Great character, man, especially in the movie.
Mm. You get a lot of content in this book for your money,
Definitely.
I would say.
Well, you got cool stuff to compare. I mean, you look at the side by side. You got other things too,
Yeah.
but you got
Well,
a lot of that.
they did Mystique really well in all the movies too, Elsie.
Yeah, they did
I
real
thought.
well.
There was
I
a couple
did too.
different actresses play Mystique, but they both did really well.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
And with the effects and everything, there's the original
My
artwork.
opinion, X-Men, when you know the Apocalypse one. I'm sorry, brother. I don't know nothing about the comic. All I know is that was a good movie, man. Was to me.
Well, it's probably like, people that read novels, Elsie, they read the novel and they go, the movie's not even half
Right.
as,
I can
I mean,
understand
it's a
that now.
disappointment. So if you read the original comics and you know the material and you go to a movie like that, it's like, yeah, you're probably going to be let down.
Yeah. If
But
that's what you're looking
if you
for.
go in and you don't know anything about it, it's like, oh, that was okay.
Yeah, it was a
Definitely
cool
back then
movie.
it's better than the trash they're putting out now. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Because I mean, it's hit or
I
miss
mean, when
now.
you
You
look at
don't know.
Magneto holding those missiles and with his, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I
That's
think
just
that
too
was one of the
cool.
first class movies
That was awesome. Apocalypse
with
was a
talking
good
about
one
the
too.
Cuban crisis, right? He was
Yeah,
trying to,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
That movie and Apocalypse were one of the best superhero movies I've seen in a while. Besides Spider Man, I saw a few good ones, like the first one. I really liked the first one.
I did buy 2 pizzas today, so I got 2 new pizza
Pizza.
rounds to work on. You know, been doing these characters on pizza rounds, and so now I
Yeah.
have 2 more of those to add to my arsenal. Of course, I've got a very short stack over here I haven't worked on. Um,
Mm. Have you
oh
seen
yeah,
this one?
I've seen that particular cover
Yeah.
on a
Seen that
comic, I
one.
think. Yeah, before we get
Oh,
into
that's a
that, because we were just heavy laden, let's take a break and look at this. Apex Comics in the house. Fembat, $16,073, 38 backers, 31
we like
days to go.
film bad.
So about a month, and
Yeah.
Fembat will be no more. I back. Maybe you should consider it.
Coolest trailer online.
Well, it's very informative. I'll tell you that about
I
the
love the
character.
music. Music's
Yeah, it's
awesome.
based on incense and peppermint.
Yeah. Crimson and Clover.
It's a very retro trailer, isn't it?
Love it.
Psychedelic.
Pedro Ang animation there, and Mr. Good Stuff adding all the other stuff. And you can get
That's
trailers
cool.
made for your price point. Mr. Good Stuff does it. There's different people do it.
Cool. Good.
You know,
That's looking good, man.
I had Pedro do mine, and then and Doc took mine and did my new trailer with it. You know, because the
I
original.
love that retro, man. That's just something
The
I
original
like.
animated trailer by for the Ashcan was just done by Pedro, but then we took that animated parts and kind of put in new stuff, so and that's kind of what Apex did on it. You can see with just the original artwork, and he just moving around or camera, moving the camera around.
Yeah.
How's that going anyway, Rex, your Devil Flyer?
Say that again.
How's your Devil Flyer project progressing?
We will take a look at that in just a moment. There we go, Devil Flyer over on Fun My Comics. 71 backers. We matched our backer count of the Ashcan finally, and can we go over that? I think we can. $4,204, 210% funded. So yeah, you can buy Abby a meal for $2. You can donate. You can get the big bundle, which has got so much in it. I haven't talked about the big bundle in a while, but I will. You get all 4 comic covers. That's John Dillard's A cover here, which is just awesome. There's 14 characters on that cover, making their not Devil Flyer himself, but the other characters, their very first appearances on a cover. You got the B cover done, watercolor done by John Falandes, and you got the wraparound Virgin cover done by Jimmy Reyes, and you got a blank cover, and you also get a hardback. You can get a hardback with just the logo in color like that. Here's the back cover by Tank Ferret of the Golden Age cover. Very, very cool. And we took the top half of this with just Cy Marco and made a trading card with it. You can, with the big bundle, you can get t-shirts. There's the blank variant off there to the right. You get a blank version. Of course, you'll get a digital tier with everything that you back just about. Newly added t-shirts, the Art of Devil Flyer art book, which is going to be 60 pages. Momentum Universe sticker book and Momentum Comics binder with exclusives inside. Devil Flyer jigsaw puzzle and Bog Pog, Geo Slammer, Bog bookmark, Funko style Bog metal card, trading card set, which is going to be 10 card set, Armor Flyer magnet, a second character head sketch, which is original artwork done by me. And it will be those head sketches that are sent out to people will be printed in the Devil Flyer art book. That'll be part of the content of the art book. Second character head sketch, like I said, Abby Dog keychain, Devil Flyer and Cy Marco club coaster, and Cy Marco poker chip, the digital version of the book, and full page ad space in the book. Drawn in tiers $80. We got the 3 main covers there. You got individual. We've sold 31 of Dillard's. I mean, just by itself. Now we've sold another 10 copies of it here in the three. So you have to kind of bundle it all together to see how many we've sold of which. There's the front and back cover done by Dionysus of the Art of Devil Flyer book. Help us to get that thing colored. That'd be cool in color, or we might leave it in black and white. I'd be fine with that. Here's some of the cards you'll get. Artwork done by me and the Doc Blaylock and Hockey, John Dillard, Tank Ferret, John Philandes. You get a digital tier. It'll have additional material on there. If you get the trading card set, which has a 10th secret mystery card, they're double-sided, so they'll have one character on one side and another character on the other. You get a free Abby keychain with that. With the sticker book, you'll get this 6 a.m. Cortex sticker, and you'll also get the hopper there that's on the front of the sticker book done as a sticker for buying and you get free domestic shipping with that, free domestic shipping on the 4-inch Devil Flyer acrylic standee for a limited time, and free domestic shipping on the trading card set. So I think that's right. I've got 3 domestic shipping on 3 items, I believe. Limited time only. Trading card set, the sticker book, and the acrylic standee. Got the original B cover by John Philandes, which was the original first cover done, showing his blue and gray costume from the Golden Age. Original artwork up for sale for $150. You got the black and white tapestry that's going to be cool. I've seen these things over at Doc, and it's good quality. Got the original artwork from the tapestry and original pieces, fan artwork of the Mighty Battle Brick and first appearance of Battlehawk there. Interior page work from Grey Tales. Cy Marco piece done by Tank Ferret up for sale. We'll be adding some more of his stuff on the campaign before it's over with. Got some other pieces done by myself and Doc Blaylock. Just keep on going through here, feature all the artists. At the bottom, we have put in the color. Now, see, I'm going to have to redo this one and put in the highlighted piece. Now it's highlighted. Some sticker artwork done by Omer Glitch. We got, we've hired like 25 people on this project thus far doing something. Everybody gets a free 6 a.m. sticker for backing. Everybody gets a original artwork of a character. Like it says there, if you did sign up, you'll be getting this card done by me. Like 3 years ago was one of the first things I did for the campaign. And a lifetime membership card. This entitles you to free stuff from now on. We've unlocked the John Philandes Devil Flyer sort of sepia tone, gray tone, whatever, trading card.
Who did this again? You said John Philandes?
John Philandes, my neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rob Ewing there on the Zigzag Magnet. He is kind of like Momentum's mascot. And then we've unlocked the Midnight Trading card by George Peter Gaddis. Very cool. And we've unlocked, and I'm going to have to get from the printing here pretty soon. I did ink this Sea Demon piece. I'm glad we got Sea Demon on something there by Apex Comics. I inked this and spot colored it. That's been unlocked along with the Omer Glitch, which you bought the original artwork to. And I have it right here. Need to ship it to you, Elsie. Now our next stretch goal is 4,500.
Bog piece.
You get a bog sticker by 6 a.m. Comic. Plus, we're going to add 4 more pages to the book on the next stretch goal. And then if we get 5,000, you get a Hopper and Lady Hopper sticker and another original art piece, head sketch done by me. Many of them are being turned into trading cards. And you get 3-page sneak preview of the origin of Bog's story. here by Rob Ewing. That'll be in the next issue. And of course, fulfilled by RJ at Critical Blast. Momental Concepts, absolutely. So help us get to our new stretch goal, which is the bog. Did you see any of that? Or was it just this black screen?
I saw all of that.
Oh, you saw all that. Good.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Good. I was afraid I was saying all that and nobody was seeing anything but a black background.
No, we saw all that. Well, I did anyway. I don't know about anybody
Mm-hmm.
else. So,
Yeah, I don't. I don't know if you heard or not, but Abby, broke a tooth out.
Yeah, you were
Mhm.
saying.
And then, of course, in the Devil Flyer art book, the Art of Devil Flyer, to have behind the scenes type stuff further that you won't get in the hardback edition. And it'll have 10-year visual history of Bog. I've been drawing him for 10 years. February was the 10th anniversary of that, February 15th. And it'll have the first drawings of Bog that I did and a visual history throughout the years. And there's a special fan art section. LZ will probably have some stuff, fan art in there. Anybody that has done my characters and want to be in the fan art section, we can definitely get you in there. We'll probably have space. I've got 60 pages to fill, and I think I can do it with all my artwork. Especially in the Bog section, I've been drawing him for 10 years, so I've done a lot of different things that I'll pick from the best and leave the rest, though, and leave room for a fan art section, and then also some Devil Flyer behind the scenes stuff, and then also all these rounds will be in there that I've done. The head sketches that are going out to everybody, and some of the head sketches that won't be going out, will be in there. So just like Art of the Campaign that's been running for like a year and a half, and like come July 2nd, it'll be a year and a half, and we're hoping to fulfill this next month. We got a lot to do if we're going to get there, and it'd probably be a money issue. So I don't want to back it up, but I might have to if the money don't come in, and I'm going to be working every day trying to get the money to come in and get it out to people as quick. You'll definitely all during July, you'll be seeing me present new things daily on the show, or weekly anyway, as they're printed and come in. I can't wait to show that stuff, because you generally get more backers. When I was doing the magnets for the ash can's still up over on Indiegogo. If you want to back that mails out immediately. Did 3 bookmarks, 2 magnets, and 2 trading cards with that. So, and that was just freebies. Those weren't stretch goals. This time, if you want 4 pages added to your book and you want that 6 a.m. Bog sticker, we're going to have to get like at least 1 big bundle and maybe a few other books sold. But we got, up to 71 recently, and I think we can go higher by the time we close it down, hopefully. I don't know if we'll reach 5,000. We've already exceeded my goal, but I just got to get out there and promote more. And as we get more Tank Ferret's artwork in on the campaign and other stuff put up on the campaign that we're going to be offering, I've got stuff down at the printers right now that she just needs to get the files to me so that I can stick the original artwork up for sale on the campaign. There'll be some more John Philandé stuff, some of it dating back to 2017. He's got a Bog piece, he's got an Inner Man piece. I'm putting all these up, and I'm not saving any of them for myself on this campaign. I'm trying to raise money, and get to that 5,000 mark at least. But yeah, we'll be producing stuff all this month coming up and trying to get it out the door to people so that we can do what? Elsie, what do we want to do next? I'll be doing a book with Elsie. The Unseen Artwork of John Buscema. And then that'll be a quick campaign that we stick up there and hopefully fulfill at the first of next year, so it doesn't feel, a interfere with any of the other. And we may put it on storefront and you can still get it for a while, but we'll do a quick campaign with that one. We just got to get the files to Glenn and put together the book, and all the artwork's been done for decades, of course, but we've got pirates, we've got
Cops
Western,
pull
we've
over
got
people.
portraits, we've got ditch diggers, you name it, all walks of life. We've got images done by John Buscema to put in a book. Justin Belmont in the house, and I did back his
What up?
pencils down finally, and very pleased to do so because Devil Flyer, the cover, is on the splash page. I am honored indeed. So I had to get every iteration and version of that. Couldn't miss out on my Devil Flyer, Elsie, you have anything to share?
Like what? What would you
Like, I don't
think
know,
would
you
be
got any of
interesting?
your artwork, or is it all hanging up on the wall out in the
Well,
garage?
I've already all those paintings I gave away Sunday night.
Did
I've
you?
started.
Okay.
I've started 2 more
Uh-huh.
today. You know, but those paintings, like I do them for those every.
Yeah, the
I
smaller
mean, I
ones.
can't make enough of those. Okay,
Yeah.
and there's reasons
What's it?
that are beyond me is why I'm doing them.
Now, how do you give them out? Is it like the
Well,
people that are going to be leaving that facility?
that's the first thing I do. Is what I did yet Sunday
Who's going to
night.
be leaving first? Yeah.
Well, I walked around, because I'm always on Sunday night, so I kind of know some of them. And I
Mhm.
know some of them been there, they're getting ready to go, And I haven't given everybody in there a painting because they come and they leave. And
Yeah,
sometimes, you
exactly.
know, so,
But
but
you don't want to be a disappointment to those people that
right.
did get one, right?
Well, what
That
what
didn't
I
get one.
started doing is like you suggested, I started finding out who was going to be leaving,
Leaving first,
you know,
yeah.
and then do a
Maybe you can
special one for them.
catch the other people later.
Yeah, and I also check who's new because they hadn't got anything, but all the ones that have been there for 2-3 months and are
Hmm.
or got 2 or 3 months to go, they probably have got one because at the beginning I was giving them out like baseball cards, and then
Right.
I've slowed down, and I've gotten even on my drawing and everything else. I've taken more time, and I'm taking time and finding the right kids that are leaving or new kids that need encouragement, whatever. There's different reasons. These kids are scared to death because they're fixing to go back out in the world. And he says, I'm fixing to
Right.
be 18. You know, Kid come up to me and says,
Hey, Painter.
I just want to get, he didn't want to leave there. Basically told me without the Lord, because I said, well, okay. Gave him a painting, talked to him, gave him a card with my email on it. Said, hey, you got any problems? I'm accessible. Be glad to give you some godly advice, if you need it.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Hope
basically going out into the world, maybe not necessarily a good home situation, and
you don't
they're
know.
having to deal with a lot of stuff that they don't have to at the facility while they're there.
Well, see, that's right. Rex, it's the same way as kids when I was teaching in school. You don't understand. Some of these kids, the only safe place they had to go was school. Only place they get a good meal was at school. I
Mhm.
mean, really, it's true. I mean, people say, "Oh, that's isolated incidents." Bull.
It's
Go
a bit
check any
like that
public
over
school.
here. It's a bit like that over here,
What I'm saying, I said, but you know what? The communities do a very nice job of helping anybody that humbles himself and says, "Hey, my kid's struggling. I'm struggling. I need a little help." Man,
Mhm.
people will reach out if they know about it. Because the
Hmm.
thing is, people say, I ain't going to ask nobody. Well, nobody knows you need help. Then how in the heck are we going to help you if we don't know?
Exactly right.
So
Justin and Crooked Painter, he's saying, "Hey, I back that. I back Pencils Down. You might want to consider backing Pencils Down. This is
Yeah.
and congratulations
Mhm.
on that. I think you're
Cool.
talking 22,000. But over on Fund My Comic, and it is over on the Indiegogo as well. 6 backers over there. I backed it on this platform. Let's take a look. Santa's character there, Dark Angel.
Cool.
Yes, the comics are being printed now, folks. Justin says, and I knew that. That's why I was getting down to the nub. I was like, man, I got to back this, or I'm not going to get it, and I definitely want it. I got the all 4 covers. You can't go wrong with Diller Draws artwork. Pencils Down is 24-page full color comic book, 12-page story by Hojo with art by John Dillard. Includes a fan art section showcasing work from indie artists. Pencils Down is officially in print production. Total raised on all platforms, 6,978. It says here, estimated release date, July 2025. So he's right on the mark to get this out to you. Very cool. Back it today. Back it often.
Today.
Make him have to do a second print run.
I'm just going to show you this one, right? It's just the front cover.
Oh, I have that one. Yeah, my spine is split on that. But Neil Adams, old comic journal, 42 page for $3 or £3. Wow.
£3.
Yeah. I do have that one. Mine's not in that great a shape. It looks like that, but it's got a split spine. But great mystic character from Continuity Comics, cutting off that creature's hand. I do like that one. Yeah, love that zip tone. Love that zip tone outfit she's got, Dave.
Yeah. Have you seen this one before?
I do. Now I actually have that in there. This is that was something that was spared of my collection, was all my 80s graphic novels, and this is Hooky by Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah.
I got a question, Rex. I've got 4 different Bernie Wrightson. They're like small prints or whatever. I've got them right here, and they have a little caption at the bottom in real small letters. But that Hookie's a good one, man. So was the pop-up book was about the same size. It was pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's graphic novel size.
So like these, see how big it is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I'm wondering, did this person? Do you think he cut up a book and had them sign it, or? Because I don't think so. Because I got it from a guy who had a really nice collection. He's got this one. I got this one.
They look like prints.
Yeah, that's what they look like. Because I took them out, but I've got them sealed up real good now.
Prints from his Frankenstein stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some of these like in the book.
But I'm saying it did not have anything on the back like it was a page, you know?
Right. Yeah, and they're not numbered or anything.
No, but he did sign them.
I think they're proper prints.
Yeah. Because I also got with it.
Anybody interested in that Frankenstein stuff would, So
this got Kelly Jones and Bernie Right.
little article on that
Mm.
profile.
Yeah, I think I have a couple of those issues. I haven't got that one though.
But it's got a bunch of names,
Yeah, nice.
Tony Isabella and yeah, Orlando.
Talking of Foon Rex,
Gary says,
Boom.
I love your outlook. You are a blessing. I'm known at church for being an encouragement, also prayer pastor. Every other week when kids come out of school, they have street pastors to talk to. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that is the George Perez cover. I love that one. The
Oh.
Beast. Is the Beast on there? No, it's not. He should be.
might be on the back. Oh,
Yeah, but wonderful George Perez stuff, wraparound cover. Yeah. Early George Perez. I mean, this was,
not
you know,
bad for a fiver.
no, not bad
Mm-mm.
for a fiver at all. I think you're getting better prices at some of this stuff than we are here in the States. If you go on eBay, you can't buy it for that. And you don't have to
Yeah,
pay shit.
another one.
Yeah, now that's showing sort of Marvel behind the scenes,
Almost looks like a Mad take on it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
another wraparound cover
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
as well.
And of course, you had to mail order these things off to get them, and become a
You did.
subscriber or whatever. These weren't available on the stands at any time, making them very limited. That one I carried in my comic book store, believe it or not.
Right.
Wonderful
Bizarre Adventures are
Larson
good.
painted cover. Bizarre Adventures, yeah.
I got a few of those.
I mean, this was before Alex Ross was doing his stuff. This was awesome.
Mm.
That's Bob Larson painted cover, where Iceman is transparent. It's awesome. Will Eisner's Spirit magazine, yeah. Kitchen Sink. I actually had a print of this actual piece signed by him, I
Right.
believe. I might still have it, although this is in color and the print is in black and white. Oh yeah, wraparound.
Yeah,
Awesome.
not bad. Have you seen this one before?
Yes, the
Oh, you
Marvel
have.
Chronicles. Yeah, it's like an index. Very helpful. I
That
believe
was the
that's a
back.
John Byrne cover on the
Yeah,
front.
I think it is.
Not the back,
Yeah.
but the front. It's
No,
John
no.
Byrne, I
Well,
believe.
the front is, yeah.
Yeah, the front is. Mhm.
I don't know who did the back cover though.
It's looking a little Sal Buscema to me, but could be wrong.
Just says 1982 on the back. Can't see a signature. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hang on. Staten.
Oh, Joe Staten?
Staten.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Wow.
Steak.
That's one of his
That's Joe.
better pieces that I've seen him do. There's your
Yeah.
lizard representation for today, Lorenzo. I wouldn't have looked at that as Joe Staten.
No.
Very cool.
And then I've got these.
Now, are these you putting? Yeah, now that's a key issue. That talks about Jack Adler in that issue,
Yeah.
doesn't it, Elsie? That's the
Cool.
one we were getting. There should be a Jack Adler.
I didn't know that one had. I hadn't seen it. If it did, brother.
I think so. I mean, I may be mistaken, but Kitchen Sink. I don't know if that did or not, but they used the same artwork on a magazine that had a Joe Staten thing. Yeah, these are the Kitchen Sink. DC's was printing the Spirit for a while. There's been other people print the Spirit. Kitchen Sink did it for a long time. I've got a few of the Kitchen Sink ones, although I don't have this one. They had some great covers with these. Look at that. Yeah. And DC, I think, may even reuse some of these covers on their run. Oh, wow. Looks like an Alex Ross,
Wow.
type thing.
Does.
A portrait.
Yeah, I think I've got this issue with the robotic brain character.
Huh. Madman.
Nice covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are these you're putting up on eBay for your friends?
No, I'm keeping these. They're going on the
Okay.
spinner rack.
Okay. That's a nice zombie, cover.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be going on my spinner rack, these. Yeah, I just bought the set of these a few weeks ago.
Did you have your spinner rack in mind for them?
I sure did.
Huh.
Yeah, Tim Bradstreet. I believe he did Punisher as well, didn't he, Apex?
He did.
Hmm.
Spirit from Dark Horse, yeah. An influence on so many different artists.
Yeah. I just thought I'd show you those racks.
And did a lot of prints. His
I
the
got it.
printer that did a lot of his prints was called Richard Pryor.
Right.
Not the comedian. But
I
I got
got
some
a question,
prints, and
Rex. Do you
he
know
also did
anything?
Wally Wood prints.
Do you know anything about these?
Yes. I think you've got one, not that one, but there's one that has I think very first. Yeah, that one there has the very first Adam Hughes artwork, a couple pages in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a couple of copies of that
But
one.
they're limited, aren't they?
Yeah, I
They're
mean, it's
not-
kind of like Air Sale back in the day or whatever. It was an indie, I mean, all those indies are not going to have huge runs, print runs.
This one had a pretty good one. I've got all 16 of them.
Tim Bradstreet
Yeah.
illustrated plenty of Punisher covers. Yeah, he uses kind of photographic reference for a lot of that. Eagle is a good indie comic, absolutely. Yeah. What were you going to hold up there, Elsie? Show us.
Oh, I was going to tell you I had all 16 of them, but these are
Okay.
cool.
Now those I've went back and got. Now there might be one that has maybe a detached cover, but I've got every issue of Captain Canuck. I forget how many issues there were. I didn't buy it back in the day, but I went back and got them and added them to my collection a few years ago.
All these except number 1 are signed by the creator.
Nice.
Elsie often gets the same books that I get, but his are always signed or something better,
Well, I just found the deal.
Mm.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, he
Signed.
was
You
born
hardly see it.
under, and that's an old signature because that's done in ballpoint.
Hmm.
So it's probably done back in the
Like I
70s
said,
or 80s.
I mean, I've got a nice run. The first 14, 15,
George Freeman,
the first
created.
14 plus the summer special. They're all signed.
Yeah, and actually they've come up with some newer Captain Canucks years ago, and I've got a few of those.
So you're
Not
saying
all
that
of them.
Richard Cumley didn't come up with him. Is that what he just said?
Well, Apex says George Freeman, but I don't know. He said created Captain Canuck. I don't know. I never
Well,
bought any of the Captain Canucks when they were out for
I've
that
got the
50
Captain
cent.
Canuck figure up there signed by Richard Comley, who says he's the creator. So
Right.
I don't know who is.
I don't
Truthfully,
know either. It's a Canadian type. And I think it was printed in Canada, wasn't it? That series.
Might have been.
Edwin Buzz Acevedo. He'll be joining us in August and show us.
Comley Comics.
Yeah, yeah, and they even changed his costume up where it's not so retro Captain America looking, and with the flared boots and stuff, and uh, had other runs, and I don't think it
And
was too
what,
successful,
like
but
like I said, very reasonable. The reason I got these is
mm,
because hey, when they sell me a run from like 1 through 15 and everything signed but one copy, and they say it's the creator. Then I found this figure of Captain Canuck signed by Richard Comley. So
mm,
therefore, I was either wrong or led to believe that that's who created Captain Canuck. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
About
Uh,
it because that's
I don't know.
that's just
Maybe we'll
my
have to
own.
have
That's
Apex
my
on here,
own.
and
That's
I don't
cool,
know.
but I'm just saying that's my own
You could probably go on
reference.
YouTube and put in Captain Canuck, and there might even be a documentary or some information on him
Look at
somewhere.
this beauty.
All right. You got that in a Mylar, the way that thing's shining. Wow. Has that got a remark on it?
Yeah, believe this. Sam De La Rosa. He drew that on it.
Wow. Just in silver. And
Yeah,
did he blacken it out as well and then go over in silver?
it done in silver. He did blacken it, but the cover itself was so black he didn't have to black very much.
Oh,
He
okay.
did use a little Sharpie on it,
Oh,
here,
okay.
but not the whole
Yeah, that's
area.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, old Charlton War book, probably from the 80s, maybe. Certificate of authenticity. All right. Has it
On
got a date on it?
1975.
75 book.
1975, the year I graduated. That's when he
Yeah.
did that.
Oh,
50,
cool.
50 years ago.
Well, now he did the remark in 75, or is that the age of
Yeah.
the book?
Says right here, Sam De La Rosa certificate is authorized and limited by him. Soldier sketch on 1975 Army 120. You're right. It could have been done later.
Right. It was done later because I don't think people were doing remarks in 1975 on book.
Yeah, I weren't thinking about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Conventions were just getting kind of churned up and cranking at that time.
But I always loved this comic.
Oh, definitely.
No.
Joe Kubert cover there from Beyond the Unknown. And we've actually, I know
I
there were
used
some
to love
others.
those kind of comics. I was here back in the day then,
Oh yeah.
especially
These don't.
especially the sci-fi stories.
And
Oh
these
man,
were larger. And Joe Kubert
love them.
actually, I know at least on one of those covers, he redid a cover that either he or another artist did in the 1950s. I think he might have done the original too. But that's an early issue. I bought that when it came out on the stands. What number's that?
Number 6.
Number 6. I was going to say number 6. Yeah. Yes. Remark on that. Yeah, that's $50 all day long, or easy with that remark. Is that from
On
is that
number
from
7,
who did the remarks?
Kevin Eastman.
Kevin Eastman. Okay. Because I think
And
both of
he didn't
them have
remark
done little.
this. He just signed it.
Both of them
Number
have drawn Ninja Turtles, and I think done remarks. So it's just that looks like a
Yeah.
Corbin cover there. That's wild.
Number
The way
7.
it's all jumbled up. A lot happening on that cover.
Here's number 8.
Richard Comley created the character, and George Freeman created Captain Canuck. Look,
Okay.
there we go.
Kind of like we got the Stan Lee thing going here. Might be.
Wow.
Have you ever seen anything like this, Rick?
No. Who did short order? That
Okay, Bill Griffin, Bill Griffith.
yeah, is that like 70s underground or something?
Yeah.
Hmm. Magazine size?
Uh,
Golden Age size, maybe? Looks a little larger on camera. Oh,
Hmm.
is it just regular size? Oh, well, a little bit
no, this is
wider. Okay.
that in the old. This is not a new comic.
Yeah, that's 80s Archie there. Yeah.
Got old Rex Lindsay signing.
Hmm. Got to have Rex representation, and that's me. Tonight.
Hey,
Yay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was your Don Chin. Hold that up again. Don Chin that I bought for you on auction there. You actually bought it, but
I actually don't have. Don Chin's not really an artist as far as he might be an artist, but
he's an artist. Yeah. And he did it on the chair blank cover. That may have been that's the last artwork I've ever seen him do. Um, what he's got it dated or does he?
yeah, 2000. Well, he's got 2024, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, because now he's really focused on his real estate stuff, and yeah, he was the creator of Radioactive Black Belt Hamster. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, I'm going to get out of here.
yeah.
I don't have to go to work till about an hour, but
Well, it's getting late for me, Rex, as you know.
I know it
so,
is. It's past midnight there for you.
Yeah.
We could blab on
my.
for another hour, I'm sure, but we're not going to do it. So keep collecting, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, you won't see me tomorrow. I'm a day early, but I'll see you next time.
Well, I'm glad you could make it today.
Okay,
and I did
Dave.
want to show this. I picked up at the Dollar Tree for Fanta a Jack Skellington. So
Oh yes,
if
nice.
they have some of the other characters or something, pick them up. Send them to Fanta. She loves Jack Skellington and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Don Chin is a writer. He doodles a little bit.
Good,
Yeah.
Bex.
So, yeah. Huh?
I was just commenting on the comment.
Mhm.
Apex said goodnight, and I said goodbye.
He's a
Yep.
writer.
That's what I'm
Yeah, and he
saying.
doodles a little bit. So that's to get a Don Chin drawing anything is a rarity. I couldn't pass that up. That's too good a deal. Anyway, have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.